everyone, welcome to today's Feel Good Core class, but it's going to include a lot more than just our core. So we're going to include upper body, so we're going to work some chest, back, shoulders and arms, all with our core. Okay, so let's get warming up. In a seated position, just going to reach side to side, really lengthening that top arm. Nice smooth movements. You don't want to hold your stretches at the beginning. Just nice, gentle, smooth movements. A couple more, then we're going to add a little rotation. So now you're going to reach behind, opposite hand goes to knee, and go side to side. So again, you don't want to just sit and hold that position, but get a nice, as big a rotation as you can comfortably get. Looking towards that back hand. One more. And we'll come on to all fours. Do some cat-cow stretches. So all fours, shoulders back and down. You're going to round your back, chin to chest, tuck your hips under. And then roll the shoulders back and down, lift that tailbone up, looking forward. Do two more like that. Round the back, tuck the hips under, squeeze your glutes. Shoulders back and down, looking forward, lift that tailbone. So you get a nice stretch through the front of the abdominal muscles. One more. Good, and then thread the needle. So just going to the toes there. You're gonna reach your hand under the body, palm is up. As you're reaching under, let the hand rest on the floor, squeeze your glutes tight, and then open the arm up, bend the elbow, keep squeezing your glutes and opening up that arm to strengthen that upper and mid back. So reach under, nice stretch, breathing out, activate those muscles. So 3 on each side. Other side. Hand under the body, nice big stretch, and then activate those muscles. So this is a really good one if you've got a lot of tightness in the upper mid back. Just make sure you keep squeezing your glutes to ensure your lower back isn't doing the work. Last one here. Good. Right, so we're going to come onto our back first. So we're going to do 3 movements all in a row. And then we'll have a little rest and we'll do those same 3 things again. So you're going to do a single arm chest pullover. So you're going to get your one weight. So I'm going to attempt my 3s. I know it doesn't sound very heavy, but these are quite tough. I might drop down to my lighter weight. I'm going to see how I feel. You can do this without weights as well. So first start on your back. Arms are raised. Get those ribs tucked down. Lower back's pressed against the floor. Lift your pelvic floor. You're going to reach your arm all the way back, as far as you can go with control. I want you to put your hand on your lats. So all the muscles down the back. So I want you to grip onto the side of your body, reaching back so those muscles are stretching. Breathe out. Bring the weight all the way down with control to the floor. And then you should feel those lats activating really strong. So slowly extend back as far as you can go with your ribs staying tucked down. And then all the way forward, squeezing those lats. So a lot of shoulder stability work here as well. So make sure there's no strain at all in the shoulders or the neck. It's a tough one. So if you need to reduce your weight or drop the weight completely, then do that. Do one more on this side. And then actually you're going to keep the weight in this hand. Arm is up. You're going to press your hand, opposite hand on the bicep, and we're going to do our French press. So by keeping that hand on the bicep, just helps protect the elbow joint. So you get less strain there on the joint and more work for the triceps. So again, nice and controlled. Get a full extension at the top. Just bending at the elbow. The upper arm isn't going back at all. So you want to keep that elbow line with your shoulder. And we're isolating the triceps, the back of the arms. Let's do 5 more. Think about your core, think about your pelvic floor. Get everything working. 1 more. Good, now other side. Again, get those both arms up. Walk those shoulders under, ribs tucked down. Strong grip of that weight, so get every finger wrapped around that weight strong and tight. And then bring that weight all the way down. And again, hold on to the lats, so the side of the body, just the lower end of the ribs there. And again, this is a hard one, so don't worry if you've got to drop your weight. As long as you keep those ribs tucked down. Keep the arms straight. So think about lifting the pelvic floor as the weight comes back up. So we're stretching out, keeping everything engaged. Breathing out, lift the pelvic floor, lift everything up. Do 1 more. Good, and then get that arm straight up, hand on your bicep, and those tricep French press. So again, lift your pelvic floor, activate your abdominal muscles. Get, again, everything connected to all movements. Make sure the shoulders are down so they're not up at the ears. So nice relaxed neck. Just feel this all in the back of the upper arm. Five more. Last 2, last 1. Good, and then now a little core move. Hold the weight on each side, or just have the hands up with no weight if you would rather that. 2 options. Your modified option is you're just going to bring leg up, bring the knee towards the elbow. It doesn't have to touch the elbow. It just depends on the length of your body, the length of your limbs. So doing that, or you can bring both knees up and then put the feet down. So if you're lifting both up, a little hip lift, so a little reverse crunch, put those feet down slowly, making sure your deep TVA muscles are they're engaged all the way through as you lower those legs down. So that's where the work is really happening. So I would breathe out as I lower the legs down, lifting the pelvic floor, activating my deep core, the TVA, the transverse abdominis. Keep those ribs tucked down. 3 more. Last one. Good. Have a little tiny rest, and we're going to do all those ones again, okay? So we're going to start again with that straight arm up and down. So now we know the moves, so we can get through a little bit quicker. So we're going to start with the opposite side that we started with the first round. So first round I started on my left side, so I'm going to start on my right this time. So arm is up, hooking onto the side of the body, so get those lats activated. Arm goes back, breathe out, down to the floor. Let it rest on the floor just a little bit with control. Big breath out as that weight comes up and forward. 2 more. Good, and then get that arm straight up, hand on the bicep, straight into the French press. Little breath out as you extend that arm. Again, strong grip. Get all those fingers around the dumbbell, gripping as tight as you can. Keep those fingers active as well, everything. The more you do that, the more you're going to activate in the forearm, which again is going to support the elbow, which means that tricep can do a whole lot more work. Let's go for 3 more. Last one. Good, other side. Chest pull over to the lat pull down, so reaching back. Breathe out, slowly control. Making sure your back stays in contact with the mat the whole time. That you're not flaring those ribs open when the arm comes back. Making sure you're not lifting up, arching your back, and get those ribs lifted. Tuck them down, press your back against the floor. And using the abdominal muscles to do that. These are tough, aren't they? A 3 feels really heavy right now. Let's go for last one, strong, controlled. Oh, right, into those triceps. Extend that arm. Those types of moves that are working a lot of small muscles and stabilizers, they tend to feel really hard. We don't do those kind of movements a lot. We do much more isolated, single muscle group movements, like this one. 4 more. Last one. Good, then grab the weight with both hands. Arms are up, lifting the knees up. Slowly control down, lower abs so that TVA are activated. If that's too much, you can do alternate knees, lifting, and still the same idea, keep those lower abs activated. And as you know, lower abs are not a separate thing, that is just the TVA. Or not just, it is the TVA that tend to be called the lower abs. It's just the lower portion of the transverse abdominis muscles. So it's not its own little area of muscle separation at all. It's really important, again, lift that pelvic floor as the feet lower down. So lifting from the back passage, lifting from that point more than the front. 3 more. Last one. Good. Have a little rest here. We're going to be coming up onto our knees. So we're going to be doing some shoulder work with our obliques. So have a little bit of water if you need here. And again, we're just going to be using, actually no, sorry, we're going to use 2 weights for this next. The part we're going to use 2 weights. So if you want to just have 2 handy, again, I'm going to stick with my 3s today. Do what feels right for you. If it's 1s or it's 5s, do the weight that's going to challenge your body, challenge your muscles, but also you're able to maintain the perfect form and technique all the way through. Right, so we're going to start half kneeling position. So left leg is going to be in front, the weight's going to be in our right hand. You're going to squeeze that right glute really tight in the back. So what I want you to do is you're going to do your shoulder press and then a little lean to the side. So those obliques are going to get stretched and then bring the elbow all the way down. Okay, so squeeze that right glute really tight as you're reaching. All the way through, squeeze it tight. It's going to protect your lower back. So nice big stretch with control. And then activate the obliques to stabilize the weight coming back down. So you might feel you could go a little bit heavier. Just make sure you've got the control at the top element. So this point here is where the most stress on the body is. So if you can maintain a heavier weight in this extended position, then that's fine. 1 more. And then other side. So swap legs around. So right leg is in front. Squeeze that left glute tight. Reach that left arm up and over. and then control down. If that feels too much, just do the normal shoulder press, don't reach over. Or do it without a weight. And again, I keep saying it, but it's so important. You have to squeeze that glute. So we're squeezing our left glute, our left bum muscle. Get that muscle strong and stable. It's protecting our back. It's allowing the abdominal muscles to work harder. Two more. Good. Grab your other weight, stay on the knees. Shoulders are back and down. Squeeze both glutes this time. Palms are forward. And you're going to lift up one arm, other arm, both lower down. Change the leading arm. Slowly down. Shoulders are back and down. Core is engaged. So you think about all the abs, the muscles, and the core working while you strengthen your arms. So I find by being on the knees, I find it's just more control. So again, you can squeeze the glutes more effectively. You can activate your abs more effectively. So we might as well do it that way. Two more. Last one. Good. Put your weights down. Have a little rest. If you feel any tension in your neck or the traps at all, or even if you don't, just do a couple nice back shoulder rolls. It's just nice and relaxed through your neck. Right, doing it again. So we're gonna start our left arm this time. So weight is in the left hand. Right leg is forward. Squeeze your left glute. Strong grip. Reaching over. Slowly control down. So you may not feel a fatigue in the obliques, but they are working, I promise. They work really well when they're stretched out. So this stretching here is actually where a lot of the work is happening. So we're putting them under tension, under stress. We're just making them have to work hard. Two more. Last one. Okay, and swap sides. Left leg in front, squeeze the right glutes, and go. So I'm finding it more comfortable to breathe in as I reach up and breathe out as the weight comes down. But there's work happening at both ranges of movement, so breathe which way feels best for you, where you've got the most control in the core. Keep squeezing that right glute until mine just keeps wanting to relax. Three more. Strong grip of that hand. Last one. Good. Grab both those weights again. Shoulders back and down. This time you're going to bring both weights up, holding them up but not fully resting. So I don't want them all the way up, just so there's a bit of tension on those muscles still. And you're going to lower one, the other, both come up. Down, down, and up. So you're coming about 75% of the way. Try to change, alternate the leading arm. Don't worry if you get a couple of them mixed up. Keep squeezing your glutes, lift your pelvic floor. Shoulders are back and down. I'm not sure which side over there. Two more on each side. Last one here. Good. Have a rest. Put those weights down, grab some water. We're going to come onto the front and we're going to do some work for our back and then the abs. We're going to do a plank. So we're going to work those TVA deep core muscles. So no weights for this next one. So just get them out of the way. Fix my mat here. Right. So all fours. Nice rotation. So hands and knees, shoulders back and down. We're going to stretch our right leg out, keep the right toes on the floor, squeeze in the inner thighs, squeeze in the glute tight. So that's the whole glute is activated with the pelvic floor. And then you're going to have your left hand behind your head. So you're going to tuck down, elbow towards the floor, let your eyes follow the range of movement, and then opening up, squeezing that back and the glute. Coming down, breathe out, squeezing tight. So we're working the back and the core and the shoulder. It's really important with these ones to squeeze that right glute all the way through, especially in this rotation. Otherwise your lower back's going to kick in and we don't want that. Two more on this side. Good. Swap sides. So left leg is out, shoulders back and down, squeeze the left glute, pull those inner thighs in, right hand behind our head, elbow taps towards the floor, and then round, extend, rotating. Breathing out as you rotate. So again, it's not a move that you're gonna feel, oh, it's too many, I can't do one more. It's a gentle movement, but it's really effective. You don't always have to work to fatigue. We're getting that mobility in the whole body, muscle activation. So especially if you're feeling a bit tired, just want to do something quite gentle. Do these types of movements that are more about the mobility than they are just about that muscle fatigue. Roll the shoulders back and down, tuck that chin in. We're going to go into front plank, so we're going to hold it for just 30 seconds. Let's see if we can do it. So on our elbows, so you can stay modified on the knees, but even if you're going to go on the knees, I want you to start in a straight position first and then drop the knees. That way you've got your body in the right alignment. So shoulders are back and down, squeeze your glutes, shift your weight forward, tuck those ribs under, and either knees down or holding up. 30 seconds, so squeeze your glutes as tight as you can. Holding up those abdominal muscles. And breathing. You've got to breathe. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep squeezing. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Just do a little extended child's pose. Whatever feels right for you. Have a little rest. Very little rest, and we'll do those same movements again. So again, we're going to start on the opposite side. So we're going to start this time with our right hand behind our head and the rotating. Okay, ready? All fours, and we are rushing through this, so our rests are quite minimal. So if you need more rest, just have a little pause and a little rest here. Right, so left leg is extended, squeeze that left glute, right hand is behind our head, rotating, open. So we're closing, which means that we're stretching the back, squeeze the glutes, breathing out, strengthening the back. Breathe in as you tuck down, breathe out as you open up. One more. Swap sides. Right leg extends, squeeze the glute, left hand behind your head, elbow down, and then opening. Make sure those shoulders are back and down, that you're not bringing them up to the ears. Get that space between the ear and the shoulder. So again, breathe in as you come down, breathe out as you open up the body. Squeeze that right glute as tight as you can. It'll want to keep relaxing. Doesn't like to work, does it? Likes to sit down. 2 more here. Last one. Good. Oh, just shake your arms out. Into our front plank. It's only 30 seconds, okay? Let's do it here. On our elbows. So again, whether you want to be modified on the knees or legs straight, get those feet together, squeeze those inner thighs in, squeeze the glutes, tuck the ribs under, and shift your weight forward. I know it's a lot to think about, but it makes it so much more effective. And hold to lift your pelvic floor. Activate those deep TVA, deep core muscles. Strong shoulders, everything is working. And breathing. Keep that weight shifted forward. For 10 more seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Again, stretch it out. You can just stay here for a moment. So whatever feels right, you want to bend the arms, take that pressure off the shoulders. Just take a couple deep breaths here. It may feel a bit odd, but it's quite nice. And come on up when you feel ready there. How's everyone feeling? We've got one more set of exercises. So it's 2 movements, 2 times through, and then we're done, okay? So, side plank with a side shoulder raise. I'll try my 3, but I'm gonna struggle, I know that right now. So, I want you to go into a straight arm modified side plank. You can do this one straight arm, or you can go on the elbow. Play around with what feels best for you. I find on the elbow, it can strain my neck a little bit. Probably also not the best to do at the end of the workout. Probably, maybe we should put this at the beginning. But I find actually doing straight arm, it just takes that pressure off the neck. So just see what feels right for you. So bottom knee bent, top leg is straight, shoulders back and down. Got a weight in your hand, breathing out, lift the arm up and slowly down. So pelvic floor is lifted. Slowly control down. We're not going to do tons of these. So get a weight that's going to challenge you. But again, you've got control. Using that breath to give you that power and stability. Let's do one more. Good. Other side. So I know this is going to be tough because it's my left side, not my stronger side. So let's see how we get on here. So in that side plank position, squeeze your glutes, top leg is straight. Mentally prepare yourself here. And breathe out, lift the arm up. Slowly control down. So I could have easily gone, oh, it's gonna be too hard, I'm gonna go for my lighter weight. But no, I know I can do it. I'm doing it just like you're doing it. Just because it's hard doesn't mean we can't do it. Keep squeezing your glutes, lift that pelvic floor. 2 more. One more here. Slowly down. Good. Put the weight aside for a moment. We're gonna just do some crisscross crunches or bicycle crunches, or whatever you like to call them. So on our back, hands are behind our head, just walk those shoulders down. Whew, catch our breath, legs lifted. So we're just gonna do slow and controlled crisscross. I don't want elbow to knee, I want armpit to angle towards the knee. Slow and controlled. Breathe out as you're rotating towards that knee. Imagine we're in slow-mo here. So super smooth, controlled movements, but very challenging. Ribs tucked down, lower back stays pressed against the ground. If that's too much, keep the legs bent and you can lower the leg down. Always, whenever the limbs, arms and legs are away from the body, the harder it's going to be for the abs, the core. So just always bring in that movement closer to the body, to the core center, to modify, or also to make it more challenging. Go further away from the body. So this way, if you want to make it harder, you can have both legs out, tucking in. So you're adding in extra challenge by keeping that leg out further, longer. 2 more. Have a little rest. Just do a quick stretch here. Arms overhead, point your toes, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. And then come on up. I'm gonna go into last round. So, I'm gonna start with my weaker side. So, do it with me, please. Don't make me do it alone. On our right arm, right leg is bent, top leg is straight, shoulders back and down, squeeze your glutes, lift your pelvic floor, and then take a big breath out as the arm comes out. So don't go too far, control that movement, just to where it's aligned, going up towards the ceiling, slowly down. Keep the control here. And use your breath. If you're feeling really fatigued, put the weight down. Continue the movement without a weight. Just train those muscles to get that endurance as well. And the mind to show you that actually you can keep going. You can just modify if you need to. So last one here. Good. Other side. We're getting near the end here. All right, so left leg is bent, left leg bent, right leg straight, left arm straight, shoulders back and down, squeeze your glutes, lift your pelvic floor, and go. Breathe out. Slowly control down. Again, you should really feel the pelvic floor working. I keep saying that, but you want to make sure you're lifting it and not bearing down, pressing down. So it's really common when we do work, we sort of push down, bearing down. You want to lift. Breathing out. Squeezing the glutes. Do 2 more, okay? Last 2. Last one now. Good. I cheated on that one, didn't I? All right, on our back. Last round of our crisscross crunches, and we're gonna do some stretches. So hands behind our head, walk those shoulders down. Nice twisting, but control. It's not about how much you twist, it's activating those muscles in that rotation. Pressing your lower back against the floor. Again, you can modify. Keep those knees bent. Working the exact same muscles. Breathing out as you twist. Slow-mo here. Do 8 more, last 8. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Do another overhead stretch here. So expand your ribs, let everything open up and expand, and then just relax everything. We're gonna come up to seated, so we're gonna finish how we started. So sit cross-legged. We're gonna do our nice little rotation first. So we're gonna reach our hand to opposite knee, other hand goes behind, sit up really tall, and we're gonna just hold this now. So again, it's important to do mobility at the beginning and stretching at the end if you need it. Sometimes the stretching, we may not need it for the muscles as much, depending what your range of flexibility is. But it's quite a nice way just to sort of level down a bit from a higher intensity while we're exercising. So it just calms everything down, mind and body. And let's reach your arm over the body, rest your elbow on the floor, and I want you to think about really pushing that hip down to the ground, so you're lengthening the whole side of the body. Again, lifting the pelvic floor, don't let yourself push down. Other side. Pushing that hip down, nice lengthening through the side of the body. And then just roll some shoulder rolls back, alternate shoulders. You can just do a little chest stretch even when we're sitting here. So arms like a goalpost position, pulling them back, opening the chest and the shoulders, and then round your back as the arms close. So open, squeezing the shoulder blades together, open your chest, open your shoulders, and then round your back. One more. Just end with the arms open to open up the chest, strengthen those posture muscles for the rest of the day. Take a big breath in through your nose, big breath out through your mouth. One more just like that and you're all done. Big breath out. And you're done. Well done, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Bye.